We've all heard of the tune-up, but what does it really mean? Our auto man, Brian Bowersock, joining us this morning to explain, to enlighten us.
Trying to do so,
Right.
absolutely.
The tune-up, as we all know it, doesn't really exist anymore, right?
Actually, it doesn't. And the term tune-up came back in the day when we had vehicles that had distributors with points and condensers, and you know, you had to replace the spark plugs every so often. We ran copper spark plugs. There was a lot of maintenance went on. You might remember your dad or grandfather on Saturday morning in the driveway. They're putting spark plugs in the car, adjusting the points of condenser, setting the idle on the carburetor. Carburetor, there's a term we don't have anymore at all.
Right.
So things have changed a lot along the way. The tune-up term as we know it really doesn't exist anymore.
So if you walk into an auto shop and it's like, my car needs a tune-up, they'll probably give you a funny look.
Well, usually what we ask now is your car not running right? Because that tends to be a term somebody uses if they're having a problem with the car. The car doesn't seem to be running properly, misfiring, things like that. Then people say, you know, I need a tune-up. It's just something that's been programmed into folks.
And there's some items here that basically, you mentioned, have gone extinct.
Yeah, pretty much for the most part. The distributor cap, spark plug wires, they're pretty much gone about the wayside. There are a few cars that have some plug wires, but almost everything is coil over ignition now, which is actually a coil for each spark plug. So, and the computer controls the spark. There is no rotating device that sends the spark out to different spark plugs.
So now you would take your car to an auto shop when the light goes on, the check engine light, or...
There will be a problem then, correct. If you get a check engine light, yes, you take your car in, and there may be a tune component that needs to be replaced, such as one of the things could be spark plugs. But what we do try to do with folks is remind them, as far as maintaining the vehicle, we usually do things by mileage. So when the manufacturer recommends to replace the spark plugs, we replace the spark plugs and boots. When fuel filters are recommended to be replaced, we replace those, along with other sensors such as oxygen sensors that help keep the vehicle in fuel control. Often they get replaced. The spark plugs we have nowadays are way different technology than what we had in the older days. So we have platinum and iridium and double platinum, and these plugs will last anywhere from 60 up to 100,000 miles. So back in the day before, 30,000 miles is about the max you get out of a spark plug.
So you don't need to visit the auto shop as much?
Not for that type of thing.
Not
type of thing, yeah. Regular maintenance, your oil changes, things like that, and then as long as you're going to a quality provider, obviously they can recommend when the maintenance is due by the manufacturer.
I feel enlightened already.
I hope so.
Brian Bowersock, thanks for being with us.
Glad to be here as usual.
We're back with more after this. Thanks for being with us.